going to assemble a 6-drawer dresser from IKEA. I'll open everything up. All the wood for this unfinished dresser is going to smudge very easily, so I washed my hands thoroughly before I handled any of it. Here's the typical IKEA fastener. The first step is putting the drawers together, and there is a set of 3 drawers in each box. These screws will go on the inside of the drawer front. You'll be able to start these fasteners by just twisting with your hand until it's too tight to do so. Be sure it goes in straight as you're using the Phillips screwdriver. 2 of these pegs go into each end of each side of the drawer. No tools needed for this either. Drawer sides just push into place. Be sure you put the sticker on the inside. These cam locks will allow this joint to be very tight. Press it in, spin it, and you'll feel it tighten up. This is the drawer bottom. The clean white is the side you want to see when you open the drawer. It slides right into this groove and into this groove on the back side. To secure the back of the drawer, push the plastic bolt into both holes. Tap them into place. The bottom panel of this drawer is secured in the front and the back with that slot, but on the sides it's secured with this metal bar. With the wheel toward the back, use the fasteners to secure it in place. It's best to finish this front board first before you assemble it. A couple thin coats with polyurethane will finish it off. This has about 3 coats of finish, including the knobs. We'll slide the screw through the hole and on goes the handle. Screw it in tightly. Put the same fasteners that you used on the drawers into the bottom plate of the dresser unit. Screw in these side brackets. Keep in mind while working on this large dresser unit that you're working on it upside down. So in the diagram, the bracket we just screwed on is actually here, but you have to turn it over to see that that is actually on the top. The middle support is what we're working on next. Now this furniture from IKEA is cheaper because you have to assemble it yourself, but you've got to remember, if you're assembling it yourself, you are going to need to allow at least a day for the assembly. I'm very happy about the solid construction of this piece of furniture, but you do have to pay very close attention to all the instructions because most of the parts, most of these rails can be messed up very easily. There are mirrors of each other, and if you put it in on the wrong side of this piece of wood, or the wrong direction for the rail, or the wrong rail, you're gonna be redoing a lot of things. So you do have to spend some time studying the diagram to be sure you're doing it right the first time. Now we're turning it over to do the same thing on the other side. The center rail is complete, so we'll place it on these 2 bolts. We'll secure it with cam bolts. And this gets really tight. One thing that will help to notice is the embossed letter beside each wheel. There's an R or an L to tell you if it is on the right or the left. These 2 pegs go in next. We'll put this side on, and we'll put on the other side. Secure them with cam locks. 6 of these special bolts in the bottom plate. Pegs on each side again. Turn this over to put the center foot on. To secure this center foot, you'll need 1 peg and this very specialized screw. The kit does come with this specialized tool for this part of the job. After pressing this peg in place, turn the entire board over again. Set the screw, tighten it in place with this specialized tool. A peg in each side of this middle rail. Align the holes and set this entire panel in place. Just give it a little tap. Tighten these up with the cam bolts again. Snug it up. Use the wrench to put these 2 bolts in the center. We'll put the last 2 rails on. Next is to add this skirt around the bottom. These metal brackets slide into the grooves in each corner. Put the screws in. The brackets are attached, so now we can secure the skirt to the bottom of the dresser. Drop in the screw, line it up to the pre-drilled hole. Screw it in. Now we need to put the legs on. Drop the pin into the leg, but make sure the widest opening is facing this hole. This threaded piece will then go right in. Put the cap on, and 1 for the center post. Put the leg on with a washer and a nut. This wrench was included as well. add the back. Back is fitting in place nicely, but we'll need to lift it and mark the center of the center rail so that with the back in place, we can see where to hit the nails. Mark both sides. Draw a line from one mark to the other. Tack the nails in all the way around the perimeter. Before you put the drawers in, you'll need to attach it to the wall because it is a little top heavy. There are 2 brackets that are already on the back of the dresser. This is the reason the brackets are important to fasten on the wall. Okay, we'll put the drawers in. If you're getting something from IKEA that needs assembled, this is pretty typical.